Prentice? Prentice, do you hear it?
Yes.
Do you know what it's saying?
I think I do.
It's saying I'm sorry. I am. Things just got out of control.
Yes, I know.
Well, we were talking, and I mentioned to you that I had read an article that said 157 families own half the wealth in the world, and you said, I wish I were number 158. And I said, I don't think that's funny. Not funny at all, Prentice. Prentice?
Yes,
Prentice?
I'm still here. I just don't understand. You're flipping out. We're talking, and suddenly you start flipping out. And this is what I hear. Got it?
That's what you think about me? That's how I sound? You're a Republican, Prentice, a Republican!
Oh my goodness, and you're a Democrat! This is fucked up! But no. I told myself I am not going to let her politics interfere with my being attracted to her, no matter how radical she is. In fact, this is how I felt about you before we hit on the 157 families.
You did? You felt that way? Oh, Prentice, this tells me everything. We should never talk. And just let the music speak for...
Iris, for God's sake, are you crying?
No, yes. It's just sad. It's sad that it's over, and we haven't even really met yet, and it's over.
Iris, do not hang up.
And I don't even really know what you look like, and I can't talk anymore.
Oh, this is bullshit. Well, we're meeting. At 3 o'clock, under the clock at Washington and State. Be there, and then we can hate each other in person, and there'll be no more music or disappointments. Just be there.
You're playing Elgar. You remembered. That was the music that was playing the very first time that we bumped into one another.
That's right. Well, how could I forget? There I was at this little Baroque concert, sitting next to this woman whose face was wrapped up in a scarf, and I thought, Muslim?
No, sinus. Painful, awful sinus.
And this woman, she sat rigid and motionless. And when they played Elgar's Chanson d'Amante, you buried your head in my chest. That was a bit of a shock. And then you ran off.
Well, I was embarrassed. It was the music. That Elgar was a bitter memory of a recent romantic disaster. Why did you run after me?
I was intrigued. The next thing I know, I'm standing in a lobby with a woman who threw herself at me but wouldn't show me her face, and yet gave me her email address.
Well, because you wouldn't let me go. You're staring. Oh, you're staring at me because you imagined a different face from having seen only my eyes. You know what? We don't have to go any further. You're not obliged.
After all the music we've shared each other, we don't have to go any further.
Well, we've only known each other through music, which is hardly a sufficient basis to carry on a relationship, which I remind you has been strictly by cell phone.
I was only staring because you have such a sweet, pretty face.
Oh my God, I am not sweet and I am not pretty. Why would you say that?
Iris.
You know what? I don't even know why. I don't know why I came. Really,
Iris. Consider this. I meet a stranger who loves classical music. And then she runs off. I somewhat forget about her, and just on impulse, I place an ad.
And an idiot like myself answers the ad in the personal section in the back of a music magazine. That was so weird. If you think Bach is a beer and Corelli is a pizzeria joint, please don't answer this ad.
I was totally wrecked. I was stoned out of my mind when I wrote that ad. I was tired of stupid women.
And I was tired of men who'd eat only in restaurants with televisions. I loved your ad. And when you called, I was taken with your voice. It's such a wonderful voice. And I was taken with how much you love music and how powerfully it affects you. And, well, that made me feel very comfortable because I love music so much that I just sometimes lose control. And I just thought to myself, I want to know this man.
I'm glad you did. But why didn't you want to meet?
Oh, I don't know. Vanity, I suppose, embarrassment. Well, your name.
Oh.
Prentice. I've never heard of a man named Prentice before.
Well, I suggest at this time that my cell phone meet your cell phone. Hello, Iris.
Hello, Prentice. We hardly ever talked. We just kept sending each other music. I think of you all the time.
I think of us both waking up, separate, listening to the same Marcello oboe concerto. I think of you lying in bed listening to the music I'm listening to.
I always wanted to play a musical instrument. A flute, maybe, but we barely had enough money for food. But my dad, he always had that radio tuned to classical music.
Well, we had money, but Texas was country music. It was a high school music teacher in an all-boys prep school who got me hooked on the wild parts of Baroque and Beethoven. And then she slipped in the minor key stuff of the Baroque. And I got into it. And I loved it.
When I hear music, I think it's talking to me. And when I answered your ad, you said the same thing. So what kind of a name is Prentice?
I don't know. It's a family name.
Well, I wish I had dressed more formally.
You look fine. You look great. And that is a beautiful scarf.
Well, thank you. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's a rip-off of Hermes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. And it's pronounced Hermes.
Well, thank you for telling me how to pronounce it. And what do you mean, unfortunate?
Well, it's unfortunate. It's a rip-off. Any rip-off of an original is unfortunate.
Hermes can cost thousands, and I'll be damned if I'm going to spend that kind of money on a scarf.
It's more than a scarf.
It's a scarf!
For some, for others, it's art.
It's a scarf!
My grand-aunt had a collection of beautiful Hermes scarves. Now, I was just a kid, but I loved looking at them. She even had one Hermes scarf framed and hung in her library.
Yeah, well, we lived in a 2-bedroom duplex, so I never knew that houses even had libraries. And the only hanging on our wall was the Jenkins Pharmacy annual calendar.
Well, there are many good public libraries, some handsome ones built by Carnegie. I used to do a lot of research in one of them. No one seemed to care much about the upkeep, and there was flooding in the basement. I worried. I did. I worried. Are those rare books floating in sewer water?
Okay, you know what? You have changed the subject, and you've been staring at my shoes or my feet. I'm not sure which. So, what is it? Do you have a foot fetish or a shoe fetish?
I wasn't aware of a staring.
You know what? I don't mean to be blunt, but I don't even really like men.
Well, I don't like women much. I used to, but not anymore.
Really? Then why did you come?
Because you have been playing a lot of this lately. And I just knew you were, I don't know, needing something.
I don't need anything, and I would eat you alive.
Oh, Christ, fuck shit.
What?
Being eaten. I attract man-eaters. I must have some pheromone that attracts women who can't resist wanting to eat me up alive. Mean little women. I mean, really mean shits.
Really? Why did you put up with them?
Well, I tried to kill them.
Yeah. Did you ever really kill them, any of them?
It's amazing how excited women get when I talk about killing. No, I didn't. But how long does it take before one realizes that one has been seriously abused? a long time. I was either totally naive or unconscious or fucking stupid.
Look, you strike me as a nice, decent guy, but I would eat you alive.
You?
I would destroy you.
Me? Iris, you couldn't destroy a Cub Scout. You couldn't eat up a man alive in a coma. You talk tough to protect yourself.
Oh, just shut up. Guess what? My shoes, they come from the Payless shoe store. And they are a ripoff. I said my shoes are from Payless, and they're a ripoff. Hello, I said.
They're ugly and cheap, cheaply made in fake leather.
Good, go on, get it out.
You're ignorant. You lack good taste. And you're proud of your ability to hurt, which is pathetic because it's obvious that you've been badly hurt somewhere, sometime, and by someone. And you're also proud of your superior scorn for those who have wealth in fine things. And I take particular offense for the disrespectful way you speak of Hermes.
Oh my God, you have to be kidding. A gaudy, overpriced rag?
You have no idea whatsoever of the thousands of artists and inks and colors and patterns that went into those glorious silks. Stay with Payless and Walmart. Let's call it off. I guess I misunderstood your music. I thought it was music when it was only static. God strike me dead if I place another dating ad.
Wait, please. I just want to say that I'm glad that you placed that ad. My musical responses told you that. I just feel threatened, that's all.
By me? Are you kidding? Oh. And aren't you grown up? I came from money. I had all the proper schools, a privileged life, etc., but my musical responses told you that I was more than that.
When I saw you for the first time today, Prentice, I felt almost sick with wanting you. The first time ever I saw your face, I
You're
thought
good.
the sun.
You got lousy taste in shoes, sour view of life and Hermes scarves, but you're good at selling, even better than music. Keep it up.
Let's see. How about, you're kind and loving and patient and wanting to protect things and people of beauty in a world of disposables. How am I doing?
Who's better in bed, a Republican or a Democrat?
Who's better at multiple orgasms? A Republican or a Democrat?
I guess there's only one way to prove this, and that's to test it. My music would respond with... Yours?
Oh, well, without question.